Hello, hello, hello. We're starting early. We're not starting early. I've got literally 5 minutes, guys. Come on in. Step on in. What leads you here this evening? Can you guys hear me? Please? Whoa. We're gonna crash the system, I think. I'm literally still plugging things in, if you guys don't mind. Make yourselves at home. I'm not actually starting until literally 8 o'clock on the button. Yes. Instagram, I can see you. I can see you. I can see your comments, guys. I can see Instagram. I can see YouTube live now. I can see, well, the webinar. Hey, webinar people, you are my priority. Slow down, Mark. We haven't started. I got to save my energy. 4 minutes. Okay? Okay. I'm getting this whole syndication thing done. So now I can see YouTube's feed, the comments. I can see Instagram. I'm just going to mumble to myself if you guys don't mind before we start. Say hi to each other. You guys are a special breed. What brings you here? Immortal content. Content creators are a special breed. Actually, my audience for the invitations, for the invites here was pretty narrow. A lot of people don't understand what content creation has to do with making sales, what content creation has to do with prospecting, what content creation has to do with building teams. We're ahead of the curveball, guys, and I'm not even kidding. I shouldn't start. 3 minutes. We're good. We're on all platforms. I will explain that. I'll address that right away. I'm just going to kind of cruise in, okay? I'm really excited about today. I'm more excited about today than, oh, what am I doing? Oh, the light goes on at, I'll turn on the spotlight in 3 minutes. Fair enough. Okay. You know what, guys? I found out a lot of things in my long 4-year career of online marketing. I'm not going to do eye contact yet. I'm just going to make sure everything's good. I stopped it at 500 today. I'm going to give you a little bit of technical mumbo jumbo. When I do over 500, which I rarely do on a webinar, the bandwidth suffers, and with all the screen shares and all of my little syndication processes, it does suffer. And you guys should get you should have a very clear picture on the webinar and on all platforms. It should be a really crisp live feed. So for the webinar attendee platforms, it doesn't matter. Twitter live is going to break. I can't see Twitter, guys. That's one of my challenges. I cannot see your comments on Twitter live, but we're gonna get it, right? We're gonna get it. Larry's the boss up here. The Boyd. There won't be. Did you see the spirit orb? Okay. Now this is really no joke. We got literally 2 minutes, one and a half minutes. Who knows me here? Who knows who I am, or who's just randomly showing up? You have to kind of know me. No, people generally don't come to Immortal content syndication webinars. It's usually not a wide audience bestseller because people don't want to do videos. People don't understand it. We got 1 minute, 1 minute of ramble for me to state to you guys. Let me give you guys a promise right now. This kind of has to be under an hour. Like whether I wanted to or not, I could go on for 3 hours. I have to award the 100 free courses within the hour. Research shows that many of you don't stick around after an hour. Most of you don't stick around unless you know me. So yeah, let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're starting. Now I got to start the clock, and I will start by saying this. Ouch, that hurts. That's what I'm going to start by saying. Does work wonders though, doesn't it? Kind of gives a tan. See? I'm excited for this because number one, I'm kind of a geek geek. I'm kind of a geek at heart. And that's number one. This is kind of it's not a flamboyant topic. Syndicating content. Just look at what we're going to be working with here. Syndicating immortal content, celebritization, making you famous. That's what this is about. But let's start here. Today, I will be super to the notes. So there won't be much room for humor, since I'm such a humorous guy. There won't be much room for a Q&A either, because I got to get these courses in your hands today. I got to do it under the hour. Who thinks, if you think I can do it, say aye. The clock's on. We're already 1 minute in. I'm actually observing the minutes. This is a non-traditional. It's not that it's a non-traditional. It's not a talked about topic, because not many people understand the power of making your content immortal to generate leads for you all the time. But it's more than that, because we're going to talk about a couple of things here today. Well, first of all, we're on all platforms, guys. To my webinar people, here's how this works. We're not even at, I can't believe we're not even at 400 people yet. I'm just going to tell you guys what's going on with the platforms, because there is no replay of the webinar. But the reason we went on all platforms is because if you're watching me on a platform, if you're watching me on Instagram, hello, hey guys, Twitter Live, YouTube Live, or Facebook Live, you're probably watching a replay. Facebook's weird. You're probably watching a looping replay on Facebook. So the free courses for you guys on social media, they're not going to be available, okay? This is just the disclaimer. The 100 spots or the 100 free courses of immortal content that I'm giving away today, I'm trying to tone down my voice, save my energy. They're only going to be available for the people on the webinar. However, we haven't filled up the 500. We just broke 400 now. And you guys can come into the webinar chat. See, I'm spending too much time on this intro stuff. But I just want you guys to know the reason it's on, here we go, I'm going fast. The reason it's on social media, guys, is because the value, I rarely ever say, the value I'm going to give today, I'm giving you guys the key. Here we go. I'm going to refer to my notes. I have to. I can't just do this today. 500 limit, better bandwidth. I already said that. All platforms, yes, I already said that. Hello, everybody. Hello, Facebook Live. Hello, Twitter Live. Hello, Instagram Live. Hello, YouTube Live. And hello, my near and dear webinar people that actually registered for this webinar and are here live. You're not watching the replay. We are, in fact, the 30th. It is 8:04 p.m. Eastern Time. We are the 30th of May, 2019. You guys, you're going to be able to get one of the 100 copies. Now, we broke 400. Some of you may not stick around past the half hour. Traditionally, that happens too, especially if you don't know me. In a nutshell, here's what I want you to have. I want you to have my life. I want you to have my life. Income claims, results are not typical. I would normally say that, but I'm going to say that because of my blood, because of my sweat, because of my tears, all of them, you're getting a crazy shortcut to success today. A crazy shortcut to building your audience on autopilot, nurturing your audience, and making sales. Those are really two sections. Acquisition, your custom audience, nurture and sell. Who here has heard of my 7-to-1 ratio formula for immortal content? If you've been following me, who has heard me say that once, twice, thrice, 100 times before and never really explain it? Well, I mean, I explain it in general. Like I just say 7 pieces of free value in one webinar invite. But I don't get into the ads. I don't get into the capture. I don't get into who are you showing this to, how often. I've never shared my 7-to-1, mostly because I've been tweaking it for a long time. Who knows? Who doesn't know it? Who has heard of it? So, see what I mean? I put these down. If I put these on my desk, someone say, Mark, pick up your notes and look at them, please. Today is very important. So that's what I'm doing it on all platforms for, because it looks like we're not even going to get the 500 limit, which is disappointing a little bit, but it's okay. I was expecting a low turnout because of the topic, because of the subject matter. We're not generating leads or making sales or prospecting or all the stuff I already said before. I got to catch myself. So you're all getting the key today. What you're getting is the Immortal content framework. Everybody on every platform watching me right now, this is going to be it. You're going to want to do a screenshot of this so you will know what it is that I do to... Would this be the single most important contributor to my multiple, here we go again, multiple 7 figures? I'm going to say that because I literally work in my pajamas, guys. And the 16 hours a day, 7 days a week is becoming a little bit optional now because of this. Most of that time was committed to figuring this out. This is really the root to everything. Building my audience, I like to get a couple of thousand new people fall into my audience every day on autopilot. And then I nurture them, but that's all done on autopilot as well. 7 pieces of value, and then I sell them something. And because all that content is me, they buy from me, depending who I want to buy from me within my audience. How does that sound? And in the end, that's the only thing that matters. I hate to tell you this, and I'm going to kind of just say this quick. I shouldn't be deviating, but who sells something? Who's in business? I'll tell you who this webinar is for right now, so you can leave if you want to leave. This webinar today, right now, is for people who are creating content, videos, or are thinking about creating videos. If you don't want to create videos, if you don't want to if you're not a content creator or want to be a content creator, this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm not going to show you how to sell. The content will sell for you. There's no hands-on. This is not a cold call training, because I know there's a lot of salespeople in here tonight. A lot of salespeople are going to see it because a lot of people who follow Grant Cardone, especially on Instagram, seem to be following me. Twitter mostly, actually. So today is about creating video content. That's who this is for. It's not for everyone today. So if you are here, you probably know me in some way, shape, or form, or you've been following me because I retarget. You must also trust that you are the currency. I talk about personal branding all the time. Personal branding is the key to everything. If you become the star of the show and people tune into you, when you spit out an offer, people are more likely to show up. And at the end of the day, whatever it is you're selling, whatever it is you're pushing, whatever it is you're promoting, can always change. You can always pivot. If you're working with a company, the company can go down. And if you're telling yourself, well, I'm married to what I'm doing right now. I've said that so many times. The most important currency is you. Once people buy into you, into your audience, to see you, the rest is history. The rest is a cakewalk, I like to say. So you need to, if you're here, you're going to have to trust that that is the case. I don't have time tonight to explain why personally branding you is the key. A lot of celebrities are starting to catch on. Well, celebrities are starting to catch on to this model. They really are. They're really catching on to this model about creating their own content. And literally, look at Will Smith, he's a master. A lot of celebrities are just coming into this realization. Most of them. A lot of companies are coming into this realization. Nurture, nurture, nurture with value, then invite to something. You see Tony Robbins do it all the time. You see them all do it all the time. I normally have all my board of leaders. Okay, see, that's too much time on personal branding. It's not for everyone tonight. This is for people who will do video or are open-minded to creating content, original content through video form. And you must trust that you are the currency. I can't convince you on that right now, okay? Not tonight. Tonight, I need my 100 people. We're still not going to break 500. So it's good. We're open. The connection should be really solid. Here are the 4 questions I got to ask you. See? So these are important. We're on track. 10 minutes, 11 minutes. I can even afford to take a sip of tea. If you're like, why am I here? Okay, I already said all that. We're good. So, who is a content creator or has the intention of creating content? Who realizes the importance of content? No, that's not the question I want to ask. Stay on track, Mark. See how much I can deviate? It's a very exciting day for me. I'm going to deviate a little bit because I said it once, I said it twice, I'm going to say it thrice, and I won't say it again. What you're going to learn today in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to go right to the board. Next 20 minutes is the key to building a fandom. Fandom, that's the fan base of raving fans, committed followers who tune into you all the time. And once you start owning that, the world is your oyster, yo. Hashtag that. The world is your oyster, yo. So, if you're a content creator, I'm going to ask you something, and I'm going to do it in a very serious way. Oh, wow, it is serious. And it's scripted, but this will be unscripted. Because I really want to know. This has been a struggle for me for a long time, the first couple of years. Who feels, I'm going to read it to make sure. Well, let's just say it like this. Who feels like you're creating content and you put it up wherever you put it up and that's it? But you just keep doing it because that's what you've been told. Just keep putting out content. Be consistent. With time, you'll start to get a little bit of traction. But don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Right? Guys, that's what I did. Did it work? It worked with 3 years of... We have a better way today. That rhymed. We have a better way today. I used to do Sunday webinars. I always still do Sunday webinars. They're called they're part of Branding YOUniversity now. One of my income streams, yo. But when I started Sunday webinars in 2015, 16, count on my fingers, 2015. As a matter of fact, June 2015. It's literally going to be June 2019 next month in a couple of days, which means 4 years I've been doing this. For the first year. Know how many people attended my webinars? Do people know? Some of you may have been on them. I don't know. First whole year, from 6 to 12 people. Over and over and over again. And I kept saying, it's okay. I just got to stay consistent and keep doing it. We don't have to do that anymore. So I'm asking you, do you feel like you're putting out content all the time, or maybe not as consistently as you should? That's okay. You don't need to anymore after today. Do you feel like you're putting out valuable content? And number one, it's not generating leads for you? Do you feel that way? When you put out a content, how many views do you get? How many leads does that piece of content bring you? Real leads, like audience members. Does it bring you any? How do you get your audience members? If you're not building your audience, you might as well be dead. Bluntly said. Another rhyme. Shit, I feel like a rapper tonight. Okay? Think about that for a second. Also, when you put out, let's go Facebook Live, because I mentioned this yesterday or 2 days ago on my live, when I was promoting this. I can't go into that much ramble, but when you put out a Facebook Live, a piece of content, and you get a certain amount of views, maybe 100, let's say 100. I may only hover 1,000. That's not much for me. So whatever the number is, you find that it reaches that peak, then the next day it stops, no more views. And then it just dwindles away in your timeline and does not generate leads unless you have a very specific call to action. Who feels like they've been doing that for long? And who's not interested in doing that for long? There are benefits. A certain handful of people, the same people, will eventually get to know who you are, but it does not bring you tangible leads. Another advantage is it gives you practice. It does. It makes you comfortable in front of the camera. And you can strip off the video and syndicate it and put it through this, which is what we're going to learn today. Because you can originally do your content as a live. So, there we go. That's all we got. Who feels that way? Who feels like they create content? Number one, it doesn't get enough views. Number two, it doesn't continuously accumulate in views. And it doesn't produce results. Right? I mean, that's the story of my life for the first 2 years. Until I started doing this, repackaging it and throwing it. Would I call it a machine? Heck yeah, it's a machine. Immortal content is a machine. So, and this is not getting more and more and more views daily and adding audience members daily. Kind of the same thing. How would it feel if you made a piece of content and every day, I'm going to talk about Facebook. We're going to go through actual pieces of content that you may not see. Well, you probably don't see if you follow me because it's acquisition content. But if your piece of content kept getting more and more views, instead of getting 100 views on day one, every day it would get 100 views. So on day 30, it would have 3,000 views. And let's say 50% of those 3,000 people came into your permanent audience of you. We're going to call it the you audience. It's the you audience. What if that happened? How would you feel about that? And they didn't have to opt in. How would you feel about that? Would that be useful? Yeah, it's everything. It's absolutely everything. When people are in your audience, you can invite them to take a look at anything. Okay, 17 minutes. Not bad, Mark. Not bad. So, what if I told you? I had to. What if I told you? I'm going to teach you how to do that today. Well, I'm going to do it right now. Let's go. 4 questions. The importance of you. I'm going to talk about I have trouble with this word. Celebritization. Celebritization. Turning you into a celebrity. An influencer. If you can't see yourself as an influencer, the good news is you don't have to. There is no belief required in this strategy. You're just going to become a celebrity because X amount of new people are added to your audience, and because of your nurturing content, those new people, a certain percentage of them, will continue to see you daily, and they're going to feel like they know you. They're going to feel like they're going to become fans because you are essentially on their television channel, showing up in their feed, whether they want you to or not. You're just there. Whether they click it or not. If they don't click it and just see you scan by, you don't get charged. There's no ad money there. But they still will see you. There's that girl again. There's that guy again. They click you once. They'll probably click you every now and again. Then when you pass by their timeline, well, if they do click you, you get to show yourself more. That's what we get into in this. And every 7 times they see you, you have an offer. A lot of people that have offers, I could throw out some names here. I don't know what industry you're in, but whenever you see someone offering a $27 special or the good ones, the people that are good, I want to throw out names so badly. Marc Lalonde, maybe, when I send a webinar invite. You've seen me before. Well, I'm not comparing myself to some of the big people, but some of the big people, when you see a $27 special, 90% off, and it seems like a direct call to action. You're like, wow, that's commission breathy. They're just putting it out there and selling. No relationship or nothing. There was a relationship. You've seen them before. They've showed themselves to you before. It's just not a funnel. It's different than a funnel. It's a relationship. It's way more. Once you build that relationship through these 7 pieces of content, then you could throw them into a funnel. People don't just go into funnels. People don't just show up at webinars anymore. When was the last time you showed up on a webinar and you did not know who the person was? Those days are pretty well done. They're done. They're slim to none. We'll put it that way. You're here today because you know me. Who has never seen me before? If you're not watching it on social media, because social media, you don't get one of the 100 courses. 21 minutes, I should have a beeper. So we're doing nicely here. We're doing nicely. You guys with me? Where are you guys from? I don't really care about the engagement, and I don't really care much about today. All I care about is getting 100 people involved in the new course, because by getting 100 people involved, or should I jump into that now? You're going to be guinea pigs. You're going to be test mice for me, because I know this works. I'm going to actually assist personally the 100 people, and don't worry about it. I don't do one-on-ones anymore. I can't. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about very private. What would Ty Lopez call it? A test group, where we're going to do the course together with me. Who would like to do that? Who would like to do the Immortal course with me before the dang thing releases? The official $500 course is only being released in July. That's the decision we've made here at Lalonde Laboom headquarters. Okay? So it's only coming out in July, and it's coming out in a Branding YOUniversity, if you're familiar with it. So if you're an affiliate, you'll be able to work with that. We'll have a funnel for it and everything. But who would like to go through the course from A to Z with me in the test group? That's where I'm going to get to tonight. But first I want to give you the value, because many of you won't get in. Now we're hovering over the 400, still haven't broken the 500. Kind of mind-blowing with 1,100 registrations. There's more people that got into the group. I'm going to give you guys a call to action in a second to go into the Facebook private group. Some of you have already, but if you haven't, get ready. You're going to have to do that tonight, because we're going to need that to give away those courses, okay? Next page. Celebritization. I'm just going to say something quick. A little more from the heart. Well, is it more from the heart? This is reality. This is reality. Now is the greatest opportunity since the acquisition of sliced bread. That's not even a thing. It's the time we're in right now, and the opportunity to become an industry leader in your niche, a public figure, or an influencer online will never be as easy as it is today. It won't. 2 more years, people are going to catch on. Ad prices will go up. I get audience members right now for pennies. Pennies. You won't be able to get an audience member for less than dollars in the future. The more people that catch on to this, that it's easy to become a celebrity right now, the more it'll become competitive, the more bid prices will go up on ads, the less you will be. It'll be so hard to get your face in front of 1,000 people a day, let alone 10,000, or let alone 10. I should have went backwards. We can do that with 10,000 people now. I show just a humble brag, there is not a minute in any day, there is not 1 second in any day on a 24-hour clock. Right now it's about 300 people are watching me somewhere. They're watching me somewhere. Whether it's they're already in my audience, they're watching me through nurturing content, all platforms, through ads, through dark posts, They're watching me all the time. That's how I'm getting about 2,000 new people right now for me, coming into my audience, who see this guy every day and have never seen this guy before. And now they're seeing this guy 3 times a week. This is like investing in Bitcoin. When it was a couple of cents. I'm not a crypto guy, but I'm just telling you, and it will never stop going up. Because if you can celebritize yourself now with an audience of 10,000 people that watch you every week, you're a celebrity. Then it doesn't matter how many people try to get in after. They're going to want to learn it from you, but you'll already be up at the top of the food chain, and as others come in, you're getting pushed up. Just like the Tony, well, that's a bad example. The Gary V's, the Tai Lopez's, the Grant Cardones. I wish I had more women in my arsenal, which is why let's get some of you ladies up here. Who's coming with me? I'm going there, by the way, and I'm investing now in my effort to get these audience members in now. Gary Vee says it all the time. Gary Vee says it all the time. He goes, now is the time to build your own personal audience. Let's pretend you were promoting a product or a company or selling someone else's stuff. And that's what you were pushing. You're spending your time, your effort, your content creation in that company. What happens? When they decide to change a rule, or when they want to promote something, or when they merge with somebody? It doesn't matter. Change is inevitable. You are you. Okay, that's good enough. Acquiring someone's one thing, nurturing them is another. Nurturing them is where you build the know, like, and trust factor. That's how you build your raving fans. It's kind of structured tonight, right? It's not all over the place. I had to deviate a little bit. You guys with me? If you're saying, give me the course already, we're getting there. I'm going to make you work for it a little bit. There's only 100, and I will be working with 100 people. You're going to learn how in a second. Boot camp. Did I say boot camp? Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean to say that. Who was on the Firestarter boot camp last year? Has anyone been in a Firestarter boot camp? That's just a little nugget for what's about to come after I tell you guys how to get into the Facebook group right now. And then when I get back, what we're going to do, well, I'm just going to screen share. I'm going to show you guys where the Facebook group is for Immortal content. Because if you become one of the 100 tonight, not social media, well, you can come, no, social, I'll tell you right now the pecking order for tonight. Here's the pecking order for tonight. If by any chance we do not, if there's not 100 people tonight that want to claim their free course, I will go to social media. But that's not going to happen. Actually, if you're on social media, I don't even know if you should bother, but I'm just going to tell you, for the people on the webinar specifically, social media too, you never know. You never know. Like I said, this is not I'm going to say it, this is important, because I'm realizing with the registrations and with the people showing up, this is not a mainstream sales topic, creating content. Some of us may think it is, because we know we know the secret. We do. A lot of people know the secret, but some people have no clue why they should even do this, including me. When I started, I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to go on video. I just want to sell stuff. If I thought that, how many others? You probably thought that in the beginning too. So why wouldn't people that sell stuff want to just keep selling stuff? I understand. So I'll tell you what, if you're on social media, request to be added to the group right now. Because if I don't get the 100 people that are committed for this pre-launch of the course, I'm going to need you guys. You're gonna know what I mean in a second here. If there's not 100 people on the webinar out of 432 people, you didn't even get 500. And most of you aren't even in the chat. You should come in and chat, guys, with the other regular folk. We'd like some new faces, please. I'm just saying. Come on out and chat. Don't be shy. I can't even see who's back there. Oh yeah, I can. I want to see if there's any famous names, but we don't have time to do this exactly at this moment. So right now, let me show you how to get into the group. Then grab a pen and paper, because if you don't get into the 100, I was going to say, no. If you don't get into the 100 tonight, that's it. It's over until July, where you need to buy the course. But if you don't get into the 100, what I'm going to share with you here, if you are resourceful, that is the key. That is the key to building your audience every day and then nurturing them automatically and making sales automatically on an automatic wheel. That is the key right there. That is the Immortal content framework. If you take notes on this tonight and you're resourceful, you can come with me to the top. That's where I'm going. That's where a lot of people in the 100 are coming to. Fair enough? Okay, let me show you how to get into the Facebook group. I want to screen share because a lot of you already requested it, and we're approving 100 of everybody there tonight, right now. So, no, not right now, when I get back. See, there's no beating around the bush. 31 minutes, right? That's okay. It'll take me 2 minutes to show you guys where the Facebook group is. And then after that, I'm going to come out, explain this. That'll take me 15 minutes. It'll be 8:45. Then once I go through this and you take your notes, at 8:45, I'll start awarding the free 100 people, okay? Fair enough? Quick enough? Have you guys ever seen me go through a whole subject matter that quick? I haven't. So here we go. Let me do this now. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. It'll be on a different mic. Let me know if you guys could hear me, please. Hello? You guys hear me? You hear me on the mic? Cool. So here's the group, guys. Just go to Facebook. See in the top search bar, you can type in Immortal content. That's IMMORTAL space content. And we're the only group or page called that. Or you can even type it in the browser at facebook.com/groups/Immortal content, no dashes, no underscores. And here's where, well, take a look. That's what the banner looks like in case there's another one. There isn't though. And you just scroll down. There it is. That's our group. I mean, that's all I really need to say is that requests to be added. Okay, there's a lot of people. Okay, well, go ahead. I think a lot of you may have already requested to be added because I sent an email the other day. So here's what I need to do is, out of all these people, 664, probably almost 1,000 after tonight, I will discard of everyone except 100, like I said. Okay, guys? So just request to be added now. You're going to need this later tonight. Okay, guys? All right, here we go. Coming back out. Okay. Am I back? You guys see me here? Okay. So 664. Why? Because I put out a notice to... So here's what's going to happen. As there's 664, if I refresh my screen out of the 400 and... See, we already dropped to 406. Told you. Maybe not the most mainstream topic. Probably going to be under 400 by the time I'm done this. So let's see what happens. I'm putting out the value. I want my 100 people and I want to work with you. So we're going to get into that now. For those of you that are still here for only the 400, actually I thought for sure we'd have over 1,000. They don't see it. I'm going to just say this, a little mini ramble, and I'm going to use the timer so I don't spend more than 15 minutes on this. Let me put it in my hand so I don't forget. Where is it? Where's my timer? Oh, I could use her. I'll use her. My girl. Some of you know who that is. When something is when something is not mainstream yet, it's my favorite thing to do because people don't do it yet in the mainstream. When it hits the mainstream, it's kind of too late a little bit. You guys with me on that? So I'm okay with that. This was not meant, well, I was still hoping over 1,000 people would have the vision of, or that follow me would understand this is how I do what I do. Let's go. I wish I had the timer though. Ha. She lets me down. I was talking about Alexa, by the way. Alexa, stop. I like this better. She's been a little flaky lately. Not flaky, just I must mumble. So 15 minutes. No, you're kidding me. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of that? Dead battery. Oh, no. No. Maybe the diva light's interrupting. 17 minutes, go. Okay. So this is the key, guys, to everything I do. I would definitely take notes here because out of the 100 people that don't get in, especially social media, and the people on here, there's still 400 of you. Out of the 100 people that don't get in or drop out before, as I'm rambling on about this diagram, because it's a little bit technical, a little bit, just a little bit. So that's why I said, if you're resourceful, you're laughing. Let me grab my toe so I don't set off the tripwire. And now I'm going to bring it up close, and I get to shut off the light again. Drag this over. And now we're going to go through the Immortal content framework. If I knew this early on in the game, folks, I would be making 8 figures a year. But it's okay. You know why? Because it's still a wide open space. The content providers they're far and few between at the level. It's the ones that are doing this, and they're laughing. They're laughing all the way to El Banco, and you will too. So I'm shutting this off. Wow, is this okay? You'll see this better. And plus I can't do it with the light on anyways. Let's go, let's move you closer. Okay. I get to take a break from the screen. No stage time for me. Try this closer. Yeah, this will work. This will work. Okay, guys. You can start taking notes now if you like. We're going to start at the acquisition, putting people into your audience to start with. There we go. There we go. You guys notice I pre-did it. I'm going to come in and out. What I'm going to do is, I want to talk about the group real quick. For the people that, now you're really coming in. Okay. So there will only be 100 people that will stay in this group. So don't freak out tomorrow if you're not in the group. The way this is working is, these are the people that are receiving the free course that are going to be in this group. If you make it in a few minutes, if you make it into the group, you'll know it. Trust me. If you don't make it in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eject everyone else. I'm going to have to eject everyone else. I had to get you guys all to come in because you're going to need it tonight. You're going to need that group tonight to take action on to get your free course. So for those of you that get kicked out, the group will become private tomorrow. So that could be what happened as well. You know why we have more people requesting to come in? Maybe because Facebook picked up on it, the algorithm, and people are just randomly finding it. Immortal content, what's that about? I'm requesting to come in. That could be it too. So starting by tomorrow morning, everyone will be out except for the 100, and it will be set to private, so you won't be able to request to come in again. Just letting you guys know. Just a gentle little warning. Did I start the timer? Did I already ramble on for 3 minutes? Okay, I thought so. So here it is, the Immortal content framework. There are 2 things we want to do, and you need them both. Number 1, you need to acquisition content. You need to acquire the people in your what's called a custom audience. Now here I'm going to go a little fast This is why I said you're getting the key, but you're going to have to figure out how to get the key in, okay? Would I say it's vague? It's not vague. This is the model. This is the Immortal content model. If you follow this, you're going to build your audience every single day. You're going to get leads every single day, and you're going to nurture the people that are in your audience. So every single day they know, like, and trust you more. And yes, you will get sales, whether it's webinar invitations, sales offers, or lead captures coming in every single day. A lot of them, and more and more and more of them. Okay, so first thing is acquisition. The acquisition content, the content that will suck people into your audience. Okay, ready? This is an ad, a piece of content, a video that will run from your Facebook business page. Simple enough. Can't tell you much more than that. Facebook business page is, see, I can keep going, but we got 11 minutes to go through this. The Facebook business page, if you don't know what that is, you'll have to get resourceful. That's where you can run an ad from. They could be $2 ads. Remember, we can get audience members for pennies. This will do that. You're going to have to tweak a little bit. Those of you that are in the course, that are going to actually get the full course, we're doing all this together. So you don't know if you're in yet. So take notes. Facebook business page, a piece of content. Now, the content itself is going to have a Facebook ad pointing to it. The Facebook ad, this is where I kind of go fast. The Facebook ad will have two interests. Again, I got to go fast. You pick interest, who you want that to be shown to. It's the key. I'm going to stop saying that, but because I feel guilty for going fast through this. Because some people are like, I don't know how to set up an ad. I don't have an ad account. Where's the ads manager? Where do I find the interest? So on and so forth. So that's where the problem lies, but it's not a problem if you're resourceful. This is the key. I said it 10 times. I will say it 10 times more. This Facebook ad will go to your niche and the content topic, and not or. So that means if your niche is entrepreneurship, if you are providing training to entrepreneurs, that would be your niche. If you're selling a wellness product, your niche would be health and nutrition, wellness, weight loss. Okay? If you are selling travel stuff, your niche would be the travel niche. You with me on that? That's your niche. You'll need to fill in the blank on that. I help entrepreneurs grow their businesses and brand themselves. So my niche is small business owners and entrepreneurs, essentially. Then I could do sub-niches. Now, the content topic, this is where it gets really crazy, because you can extract from different oceans, if you will. So if I create content on, if I decide to do a topic on how to not get bullied, or how to anything that's a specific space has entrepreneurs in it for me. I'm going to go with mine. My niche is entrepreneurship. Any space that I talk about has entrepreneurs in it. So if I go for a viral topic, that's what we train in the course, as a matter of fact. What is trending right now? What is trending? I want to create a piece of content on something that is being talked about, that is trending, something that is popular, something that you see in trending topics, giving a lot away, but that's good enough. If you take a trending topic and you apply your niche to that ad, Trump lovers, let's say Trump does something crazy. That's a bold example, but side note, my name is Marc Lalonde, and I have less than 5,000 fans on my Facebook page, and by next year, I will have over 1 million. How am I doing this? I'm learning my butt off. And this is one of the ways, let me shut this down. This is one of the ways I'm doing that, is I'm creating content for some very hot niches, or, excuse me, I will go research on YouTube, what are the top videos, trending videos, popular videos, the ones that have 25 million views. I'll even look at Jay Shetty videos. For example, when you break up, just after a recent breakup, I'm about to do a video on that. I don't need experience on that, by the way, to create content on it. You research the subject matter. It's a hot topic, and then you target people who are divorcees. It's a great example. They just broke up. How are they coping with it? In that ocean, we'll call it, the content topic, there are people who are entrepreneurs. I'm targeting them. They just happen to be entrepreneurs, but I know they're entrepreneurs. So if you're selling wellness, your niche is wellness, you're saying how to get over a relationship or how to get over after a breakup, and you're targeting divorcees. This is an example, but are you with me? When you apply these two things, they'll say, as a matter of fact, I need to lose weight. How did they, what a coincidence. But it's not a coincidence. Because you're a wellness, your product is wellness, your topic is not wellness, but you're targeting to people who are going to watch your topic and happen to be in wellness. You with me? That alone is super ninja. Now, how do you capture them? When they watch 3 seconds of your video, you do that through Facebook ads. Again, the course will show you where to click to do this. If you're resourceful, you can do this. When someone watches 3 seconds, we got 5 minutes left, that's it? Jeez. 3 seconds of your video, guess what? They go bleak into the you audience. They don't fill anything out. They don't fill anything out. Half of them are going to do that. Half of them are going to do that. They're going, if you're targeting this to divorcees and it's how to get over a breakup, these people are in pain. They're watching 3 seconds of your video. They're going to pop in here, and then when you show them a video about weight loss or whatever your niche is, they'll be like, hey, it's that guy that talked about how to get over my breakup. That was extremely valuable. It helped me cope with the divorce. And he's talking about losing weight or entrepreneurship in my case, whatever your niche is. They will be like, interesting, what a coincidence. Are you with me? Bottom line is, you're paying for pennies for these people. Number one, they know who you are. Number two, they're qualified without them knowing they're qualified. You with me so far? You're either with me or you're not. This is crazy stuff. It's like cheating. Let's keep going. I could get super emotional about this, about how this is, it's gonna, 8 figures for me now. 8 figures a year, $10 million. Sounds so ridiculous. Per year is nothing but a thing for me now. It's all about scaling, filling that up, because they're all entrepreneurs. I go after entrepreneurs. So I attack niche after niche after niche after niche. Or I mean topic after topic, after viral topic, after viral topic, after viral topic. Pop, 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 all day long. That's how I'm getting thousands per day. With me so far? Again, this is the key. 100 of you are getting the good. You're working with me to build. Who would like to build this with me? Who would like to build this for themselves with me, assisting you, not in a course, pre-course, where before the course is launched, I actually build it with you day after day. Boot camp? Did I say boot camp? Who's interested in a boot camp? I didn't say boot camp yet, but you guys know where I'm going with this. Now, once they're in your audience, we need to nurture them. We need to nurture them and sell them. And that's where the 7-to-1 comes in. Now you don't get to see my face at all. Unless I scoot on over a little bit. Did you guys get this? I'm going to do a screenshot after. I'm going to point it after. Because I got to be in a shot. There, how's that? Good? Okay. Now, once they're in that audience, here's where you get them to know, like, and trust you. Because it's not enough to sell them anything yet. They're just in your audience. And if you were selling on here, you'd get horrible results. Like 99% of marketers are doing right now. They're trying to invite people to a webinar. They're trying to either do a webinar invitation, put out a sales offer, or capture their leads on jump. You don't want to do that. They don't know you, and you haven't provided them with value yet. One more sip of tea and let's go. 2 minutes to go. It's going to beep, and I'm going to keep going for an extra 2 minutes, just so you know. I still want it to beep, so it nudges me. Nurture and sell. This is my magical formula, guys. These are all pieces of content, which means these are all different videos. You need to build these videos, and a lot of times these videos will be swapped with the newest piece of content, and you throw them in. But these could be anything here, okay? That's nurture content. Usually they come from this. They come from this usually. So when you start capturing people, you won't have many videos. But if you're a go-getter, you create 7 videos. With value, you look up 7 viral topics. But in this case, you want to kind of go niche specific, okay? Because they're already in. But you can be, well, 7 pieces of content of you solving a problem in your niche is the general rule of thumb, okay? If you need to create them quick, if you want to run with this quick. 1 minute and 24 seconds left. So you've got all these pieces of content, and the Facebook ad that these point to, you're probably saying, well, that's a lot of money. Don't worry about it. In the end, it all works out. In the end, you're putting $1 in the machine and you're getting $2 out. I'm giving you guys the key. There we go. That's the 22nd time I say it. Got another 22 times to go. I'm giving you guys the key. There's a 23rd time. You hear what I'm saying? This is the key. These are all different videos, and they all point to the you audience. So once people come in here, guess what they're going to see for the next 7 days? Another one of you. Another one of you. Another one of you. It's that guy again. Oh, cool. It's that girl again. You're building a fandom. They get to know you. Anyone who follows me knows this. Oh, they see. You see me once, you're stuck with me forever. I'm not breaking up with you. You're stuck with me for life. You see me, we go on one date, you see me once, we might as well be married. I ain't going nowhere. You can't kick me out. Okay? And then on time number 8, that's where you sell. So, and everything goes to this audience. So if they pop in and they're on time number 5, by the time the rotation hits video number 5, because they come in at, there we go, so 5 more minutes. I got to do this because I'm going to lose track. 7 minutes, lucky number 7. 8 minutes. I want 8 minutes. So they may come in at any point in this right here, but they're still, and then they may come in right at the CTA, and it won't be enough for them, but it's okay. It's going to go back and show them these again. Show them these again. You guys understand how that rotation works? It may be a little shuffled based on Facebook's algorithm, but at the end of the day, for every 7 pieces of non-agenda driven content with no call to, that's really sexy, by the way. Content that's doesn't ask anyone to do anything. It's just, here you go. This will help you solve your problem. My niche is entrepreneurs. So believe me, I got topics coming out the yin yang. I could talk about sales. I could talk about personal branding. I could talk about online marketing. I could talk about where the industry's going from belly to belly to online. I could talk about building your first webinar, building your first course. It's endless for entrepreneurs. You won't run out of content ideas. Are you kidding me? Just got to find the most viral ones. You with me? Number 8, that's when you ask them to do something. This is where the sales come in. 3 of the best options. I'm gonna keep it at 3 of the only options because these are the best options that I've done through all my blood, my sweat, and my tears. Is webinar invitation to a webinar, whether you host the webinar yourself or it's an automated webinar. Again, this stuff will be in the course. This is the key. Time number 24. This is the key. Number 25. It could be to a direct sales offer. They know you enough here. And if they don't take you up on your offer, guess what? You're going to give 7, they're going to see 7 more pieces. All your content goes through this. My 7 pieces are not always the same. However, I do keep some high performing ones the same because the views just increase on them. So when someone sees a video with 10,000 views, they're more likely to watch it. Okay? So I try and keep the core 7 there, but I swap them up every now and again if something hot's out there. if one of these worked really well, I'll swap it. With me? Kind of with me? I hope you're with me. Number 2 is the sales offer. Like I said, if they don't jump on the sales offer, well, they're going to see you a bunch of times again, and they will say, this guy gives so much. This girl gives so much. When little do they know, you've pre-built all these videos. So anyone who first sees you is going to say, after a week or 2 weeks, they're going to say, that person gives so much, I'm going to go to their webinar. But this is all automatic. This is all automatic. All automatic. That's why it's immortal content. It never dies. You with me? Number 2 is a sales offer. Number 3 could be a lead capture. There you have it, guys. That's the key. I'm going to put it back here and I'm going to ramble for another minute, but then we got to go into getting you, who would like, now here we go. I'm going to step back. Who would like, this is what immortal content is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my pen out too. I'm going to take a sip, I'm going to grab my mug and then I'm going to sit back so you guys can screenshot or adjust your notes. If I had this when I started and I knew what it would do for me, I would definitely, like I said, be an 8-figure earner right now, and I will be very shortly because of this. Now, all that matters is how many ad dollars am I putting here now to acquire, because I know how this is working. The 7-to-1. That's mine, by the way. I tried every possible ratio there is. 7-to-1 is the way to go. 7 free, no calls to action, no CTAs, 1 CTA, over and over and over again. People are too much in a rush to go there. And they don't even do that stuff. And they're not even capturing them in their audience. You're so ahead of the game tonight. There you go. Like you have everything you need. Now, here's what I'm going to do. You ready? Who's ready to be, who wants to be one of the 100 people? Because I will ask you to do something. Because I'm going to explain to you how we are doing this. Yes, it is a first come, first serve. It is. So get your mouse clickers ready. Can I move this back and come talk to you guys now? I'm going to do it anyways. There we go. There we go. I'm going to talk to you guys and tell you guys what the deal is, how this is going to work, how the 100 people are going to get in. Okay, we're good? Here we go. I'm turning the light on. I want to look good when I say this spiel. It's not a spiel. What it is the course itself is being released in July. We got that. The course itself is completely drafted. The course itself will be built live. I've been wanting to do this. We did it. Jordan Belfort builds his courses this way. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. I'm holding a boot camp, a 7-day boot camp. 1 day will be for each module in the official course. Why am I doing it live? Because I love it. I absolutely love taking courses that are done live, because when Ty Lopez does it, Nadia Sabrati and I did it on Firestarter. We did it live. It gives people the opportunity to interact. It's a lot of things into creating a course live. Number one, I'm there creating the module with you guys. Of course, we edit it before official release, but what happens is there's assignments for the test group. That's what Ty Lopez calls them. Ty Lopez will get a test group of unique people, and he'll train them. He'll coach them through building what the course teaches. He'll do that, and then throughout that process, he'll be able to address things that maybe he didn't see. Jordan Belfort says he does it this way because it gets more engagement, and people get to ask questions throughout, and it kind of aligns with what Ty Lopez does too. You notice things that are not obvious to me, where I may be like, oh, they're going to know this. But if you guys are engaging, the 100 people, if you're engaging with me, I'm like, oh, excellent question. Let's address that now, and then that will stay in the course. You guys see how when I just create a course by myself, they can be super confusing because I am me. I will not have, I've been doing this for a long time now. So a lot of the simple things, Alexa, stop. I don't know why she turned on. A lot of the simple things to me are not so simple. So that's number one, is engaging. Number two is I get to give you assignments, which makes the 100 people more likely to take action. Who did Firestarter last year? There was 100 of you. I'm doing 100 right now. I'm going to choose 100 people right now. Who was in Firestarter? Out of the 100 people in Firestarter, I think every single person took action in Firestarter. Out of 100. Every single person did the assignments. It was insane. That's why when I'm like, God, if I could only get people to do the dang course, then I'd get some success stories, more of them. That's another thing. As we do this in June, we're going to do it next month. We're doing the boot camp starts next month. I'll share with you the dates. Out of these 100 people, we're going to have success stories because you're going to do the thing. That's number two advantage to creating. This is the $500 course we're creating kind of together. Next, I'm just looking at the time. Well, we're going a little over. It's okay. Next, because now we're going to just choose the 100. So, you know what I mean? Are we okay? We're going to go over the hour a little bit, but hey, what are we going to do? Well, it was super fast compared to my normal stuff. The engagement. The other thing is there will be homework review. There will be homework review. I'm going to review the homework. The other 99 people that you're in with will be reviewing the homework. That's another thing. You'll be masterminding in that private group with 99 other people. It's crazy. It's the best way to take action on a course. You guys like taking a course all alone when you're all by your lonesome at home? And no. You want, and another advantage, there's so many, is that we do day one. On day one, you get homework. You do your homework on day one. A lot of these courses, people get overwhelmed by the whole path and don't take action because they look at the whole course. They're like, oh, that's so much stuff. But what if you do day one, and then once you've done day one, you submit your homework, then day two always builds on day one. Day three always builds on. And the fact that I'm there live every day, it's day two, let's do day two. Did you guys do day one? Okay. And you don't have to do it, but you're there if you want to ask questions. Do you guys see why I'm doing it this way? So the boot camp will be the opportunity that I'm going to provide you with today. There is a small fee to the boot camp. I don't even want. It's so insignificant. I'm about to drop it. I got to drop it in a certain way, as you guys know. And another thing I got to say, and all of you guys get the course for free. That's how this works. Sorry if you're disappointed, but it is going to be in an order of who gets there first tonight, right now. I'm going to show you what the course entails. I got to do it this way, guys. Take it as a lesson. You only drop the price. The price is so insignificant, I don't even want you to worry about it. Like, oh, well, I don't have any money, or I'm not ready to invest. Don't even worry about it. It's that insignificant. It will come down to who clicks the button first. That's what it's going to come down to. If you think it's a lot of money, what we're going to ask you for the 7 days of building this course together day after day, then you just use what I showed you tonight. It's enough. Okay? You guys with me? You guys okay? You guys ready for the announcement of who's getting in? Another thing, I got to say this. The 100 people, guys, it's not a joke. I'm saying it now because I've done things before where it was, I'll let 2 more in, oh, I'll let 10 more in, or I'll let 20 more in. If you are the 101st person, you have to pay $500 on launch date. Guaranteed. And how can I prove that? Well, let's start here. In the group, you're going to see 100 people. There will not be 101. There will be 101 because I'm the admin. So 101. There will not be 102 people in the group. But when we start the boot camp, there will only be 101. That's number one. Number two, everyone who comes in will be assigned a number, because I want to do certification at the end of this. So when people want to learn how to do this, I could get you in the university. I'm working on this kind of a certification. So it's not going to be like an employee number, but it's going to be like a certification number. So I don't know. John Smith is number 4. That will be based on who gets in first. And there is no seniority to those numbers. The reason you're being assigned a number is, once again, for proof that there are only 100 people coming into the test group. And 100 people is a good number. I could shift around on those people on the live training, in the live boot camp. 100 is not too much. I could work with you guys. Hey, if we're on for 3 hours one day there, we can be on for 3 hours. Know what I mean? I'll give the lesson, and if there's a bunch of ramble at the end where we're talking about how much of a beautiful day it is, that's what it is. There's going to be a portion where we hang out. That will be cut out of the official course, but we're going to be hanging out and literally building this for you guys. Another thing I got to say, Firestarter mentorship program a year ago. The content was awesome, but I got to say this. I'm going to take a sip of water this time. That was over a year ago. That was about creating a piece of content, the video components. But there was nothing about syndicating this stuff. Why did we not cover syndication? It doesn't matter how good your stuff is. As I realized, I'm going to tell you why we didn't cover that. I'll tell you why right now. As Jim Rohn says, for things to get better, you got to get better. I had to get better. I I educated myself more and more and more. Maybe I was just a brand new, I was a 7-figure earner, but I was a newbie at it. Now I'm an 8-figure mentality. I learned more. I'm more skilled than I was last year. So even though the Firestarter stuff was good, the content was good, if no one's seeing your stuff, I didn't even include syndication because I was just kind of trying to wrap my head around it a little bit. I knew how to do this, but doing it and teaching it's a different thing. I didn't have this fancy chart to make it simple like this. I was just doing it in my head, placing the ad, doing this, doing 12 to 1, 6 to 1, 7 to 1. Oh, that seems like the magic number. Now it takes effort to make it teachable. So today, I got a humble brag. I work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week on my craft. I am smarter in this industry than I was last year. So if you enjoy Firestarter, enjoying it's one thing, but getting results is another. Like I said, some of you had amazing products, but you had no way of syndicating it, okay? So with that being said, for the people in Firestarter, remember how we hung out every night and I gave a strict lesson? It's going to be the same idea. So let's see who wants to take action. Who's in? I'm going to say one last thing. I know we went a little over. Now I'm going to show you how to take action, okay? Fair enough. I'm going to show you the course. I'm going to give you the dates of all the bootcamp days, because what if you're getting married that week? Don't apply. Or what if, it's a lot of reasons. To show you what we entail. This will be quick though. And then I'm going to say, if you want in, do this. And within 24 hours, if you're in the 100, you'll be approved in the group. You'll be welcomed in the group. See, people are still requesting to come in like crazy. You'll be let in the group. You'll be announced in the group with your number. We're going to put it in the group. It's going to be private by tomorrow morning. We'll have our 100 people. And then once you're in the group, it'll say, welcome John Smith, number 1. Welcome Sally Delaney, number 2. You're going to get your number in the group, and that's That's your employee number, okay? You want to take that down, and we're going to go all the way until we hit 100. Then I kick everybody else out, and I make it private so people won't even see it on Facebook, okay? So let's see who gets in. And the reason I said, because there's a small investment, and you're also going to get the course unlocked. And here's the thing. Once you get the course unlocked, the full course, since it's not built, when we create a module, it gets added into the course the very next day. So you can review the replay of what we covered the day before. Like, once again, like Firestarter, that's what we did. We had the day, we did our work, I gave you guys the assignment, the homework, then the next day, that module was uploaded. So we're going to do that. It'll be a busy week. It's a lot of work, but would you rather do the work? I'm not going to sell you on it. I'm not going to sell you on it. So here's what I want to say about the social media platforms watching. Hey guys, hello. We got Twitter live. We got Instagram. You guys are really engaged tonight, by the way. Really, no, you guys, here's what's going to happen. Here's the pecking order. All the people on the webinar get priority as long as it's tonight. Tonight, I go through all the people from the webinar. If on the webinar only 60 people take action, that leaves 40 spots. Then I go to the social media people. Fair enough? And I go in order. So if you're on the webinar and you take action tomorrow, it should be too late. I hope you guys see the. I'm not worried about. I want to sound really humble, okay, right now. I got to sound really humble. I'm not worried about your entry fee. I'm doing just fine. If there's a small little upfront investment for the boot camp, you're getting the course for free. You're getting the course for free. But for the boot camp is what you're paying for. If I'm just saying, if there's an investment, a little investment, you'll see how little. If there's I got to do it at the end though. In 10 minutes max, because I want to show you what the boot camp entails. If there's a little investment, you're more likely to show up and take action. And I need your success stories, and I need the data to make the course the best it can be. Okay, I'm going to screen share. Let me know when you see my screen. I'm going on the other mic, and from there we'll start locking you up and committing to the boot camp. Okay, I'm excited. I haven't done the boot camp since Firestarter. That was the last one I ever did with Nadia. So see you guys on the other screen. Let me know when you see me, please. Okay, can you guys see my screen, please? I want to say something really quick because, really quick, guys, what do we do? What are we? 1 hour, 10 minutes, I think. Did I go 10 minutes over? If you consider the 5-minute warm-up, that's not bad. That's not bad. Now I'm going to show you guys how to get in, okay? If you want to get in to the 100, I'm going to call it test group, but it's not a test group. It's a boot camp. It's the Immortal Content Boot Camp. So I got to say this. I got to say this quick. I don't know how I can say this. I add income streams to my income. I add income streams to my income all the time. And I take some away sometimes if they're not performing good. There's always opportunity out there. Always. I mean, I'm always going to be open-minded to new things. That's what I am. I'm an entrepreneur. Now, here's the thing. You will never change. I will never change. Should I talk about myself? The bottom line is not that I will never change. The bottom line is that when I lead with a piece of value, a piece of content, in the niche of the thing I am selling, they fall into my audience first. Do you guys understand the power in that, right? I'm just going to say that quick because sometimes that's a really good way of looking at it. I've been in companies, I've worked with companies, I should say. Many of you may know what network marketing is. In the past, I've built teams of 10,000 people, and I have. Some of you on this webinar probably have as well. Duplication takes place, it gets a little crazy. If I would have had a value video before. Like one team was a wellness thing, when I started pretty much, maybe 3 years ago. It's still going actually. Residuals still coming in. But the point here is, if I would have built a value video on a weight loss tip or something, and people would have watched that video before I sent them to my replicated site, if you will, I would have gotten all those people instead of going directly to the company. And that applies for any shiny object. And shiny objects can be very valuable, absolutely. Some of them have a lifespan, some don't. Some you'll keep in your income stream library forever. Okay, that's enough. I just want to paint that picture because you will never change. People will always know you, and you should really be getting those people before anything that's not yours. There we go. I said my piece. Let's go. I'm going to the boot camp right now. I go here. Okay. So here it is, guys. These are the starting dates, and this is what we cover, and it begins on day 1, will take place in 2 weeks on June 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And it says the live event attendance link will be published that morning in the private Immortal Content Facebook group that's the group we were just at. That's the group you requested to be added to. Only the 100 people will be in that group. Like I mentioned, it says, which is only accessible to Immortal Content Bootcamp members. That's going to be decided today, okay? Depending on if 100 of you come in. If you don't, then I'm going to social media. So listen up, okay? Twitter Live, I see you're very active right now. Instagram as well, YouTube Live. You'll still want to go through these steps, but what I'm doing is the pecking order is I'm going through all of the webinar people that got in tonight in the order they come in. So get your mouse ready on that clicker if you would like to come in. I'm going to drop the entry fee, if you will. So that's day 1. Let's take a look at it. The Immortal Content Framework, basically what we covered today, that'll be all of day 1, because we're going to go through it in more detail. The framework, we're going to go through the framework FAQs because it's live, we're going to be digging in. You guys will have questions. There's no doubt. This will not be a 1-hour day. These days can go up to 2 or 3 hours, understandably so. And then I will give you an assignment. Nothing is here because we're doing this all live. So the next day, on day 2, this work that we all do together will be in the group. Okay? It will be in the group and it will be in the course. It will be in the course. It will be in this course. So when you come here, the video will be here of the day before. Okay? I'm saying this normally because I remember Firestarter, this is how we did it. We uploaded the content that we did the night before so that the 100 people who got in, if they didn't make it that evening, or if they're in another part of the world, they can check out the replay. But it's so much more valuable to be there live every night. And if you can't do it, at least you get the assignments, okay? And you get to rewatch the replay with all the people asking questions throughout. You guys see the value in that, right? The boot camp is the value. The course is going to be worth $500, but the boot camp is worth way more than that because you can ask me questions. Like I said, you got the mastermind. You get to mastermind with the other people. You get the assignments. We check your homework. All of the above. Let's go. Day 2 is the very next day. So it's Tuesday, June 18th. Mark this on your calendar, guys, right now, or consider it because when I throw you the offer, you will either be able to or not be able to. It's important if you can't make it, but if you get into the 100 and you can't make it, you will still have the free course and you will have all the modules literally as they come out. So this comes out in July, right? The full course, the official $500 launch comes out in July. You guys are going to literally get it the day after, module after module after module. Then when we're done the entire boot camp, the entire 7 days, excuse me, yes, we will do some cleanup. We will do some cleanup of the mumbo jumbo. Let me take a sip of water, guys. We will do a cleanup of the mumbo jumbo if it just runs on for hours and hours on end on some of the nights. And then we're going to optimize it for sale, okay? But you guys will get the modules as they release. So on day 2, defining your niche and brand. A lot of people haven't really defined that. Remember we were talking about targeting to specific interests in Facebook? So we're going to have setting up your Facebook business page on day 2 as well. This will be a pretty big day. Every day is going to be a very big day. If you've got a Facebook business page already, well, great. You may pick up on some things that you need to adjust along the way here. So when I say Facebook business page, yes, we're going to go through creating your banner image, setting it up properly to start running ads and posting your content to. And then there will be an assignment. Day 3 is the next day. It's a Wednesday. So we're going Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, June 19th. It'll always be at 8 p.m. I figure they're going to run from maybe 8 to, the lesson maybe from maybe 8 to 9:30, 10. Maybe 8 to 9, some of them. But then the QA and just the masterminding at the end, that can go 3 hours. They often do these types of things. So in the acquisition content video, we talk about the acquisition content video, the components of it, very specific components. Yeah, I mean, we've got to have certain things in this video that you traditionally would not see in a regular video, such as I mean, I can go through them verbally really quick, but I don't think I really need to here. But it's not a regular video. You need to have a hook instantly, right at the beginning. You got to have a hook. So it's literally like a 6-second spiel from your video. So say you do a content on how to get out of a business rut, and in the solution of that content, we're going to grab a captivating part of that and put that as the intro, very much like Gary Vaynerchuk does. So sometimes you'll see him say, and then the most important word is you're going to die. Most important 3 words are you're going to die. And then he'll show his intro, then go through the whole content. But that intro of 6 seconds that says the most important 3 words are you're going to die. That's one of the things he says. That gets people's attention. And that's the part that would be captioned. So we need caption text in that, but not throughout the whole video. Things like that. So we go through that video on day 3. Once again, a super full day. And don't worry, you're going to get help with formatting it properly. That's why there's a full day dedicated to it. This may be quite long, actually. And your assignment. Day 4, you guessed it. It is on Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It'll be a very heavy week, guys. June 20th, 8 p.m., same time. Here we talk about, well, we don't talk about, we set up the Facebook ads. So we build your audience from the content ad, from the acquisition content. We got the acquisition audience, and then we set up the ad components, just like we kind of discussed. The video will be uploaded obviously the next morning. Lesson assignments, creating your own audience. So here we talk about the components in your ad, depending on your niche, of course, and your content topic, as we discussed, and creating your you audience. That's your big one. That's the one that you populate. And then your assignment. Day number 5 is Friday. The nurture video components. These are the 7 videos. The 7 videos that nurture the people in your custom audience. Now this is like, I'm going kind of fast, but this is what we're covering. We're actually going to be building all this together. I'm super pumped up about it. This is probably one of the most exciting projects for me to work on with you guys, for sure. And then the CTA video, which is one of 3. We've got the sales offer video, the lead generation video, and the webinar invitation video. And I will have options of automated webinars you guys can point to, because we're going to have by the time we run the boot camp, the reason we're running it in June is because, or 2 weeks into June, is because I want a lot of stuff set up for you guys. So if you're not doing your own webinar and you are catering to entrepreneurs, I want to have some products ready for you where you will get your 75% cut, at least to get started, or at least to build one income stream. So if you're working with a company, they're going to either have a webinar or they're going to have a sales offer, or if they don't, you could start generating email leads if you choose to. So we're going to go through all of these on day number 6. That falls on the Monday. We take the weekend off, okay? Trust me, you're going to need the weekend to digest what just happened the previous week. And then day 7, the graduation party, okay? We're going to have the Immortal content course summary, the Immortal content conclusion, and action steps that you're going to need to take in the future. Wow, I need more water. This is the agenda. So it says Tuesday. That's right. So you're literally almost a week and a half, guys. This will be intense, but it's hands-on. I don't do coaching anymore. So this will be so much fun to get involved with you guys again. It'll be a lot of fun because we're going to have so many brains in here. I already know it. So there it is, guys. So you ready? Ready to know what your small investment is for all 7 days? And like I said, when you get into the group, well, I'm going to give you the steps to take. When the 100 people get in, they will be approved in the private group, and their course will be unlocked. So maybe I should address that now. A lot of cops tonight. You hear those sirens? That's an ambulance, actually. I do recognize the sound of a police cruiser. So if you go to brandinguniversity.com, guys, you're going to need to do this because you're going to need to unlock, I'm going to need to unlock the course for you. So if you go Branding University, just enroll as a free student. At least you'll be in there, okay? So let me go back. So here it is. For the entire week, guys, if you want to take action and be in the 100, the price is, since we're doing 7-to-1 content, it's $71 for the entire week. That's what it's going to cost. One-time PayPal payment. I'm not going to sell you on it. That's ridiculous. And that's all it is. You get the course for free, obviously. You'll be working on it with us, with the group, with the mastermind group. And there we go. We have the dates. You're going to have access to this shell of the course immediately. So you could start going in and taking a look at the dates and marking your calendar. And once again, like I said, if you can't make it live, you can check out the replays. So now here's what's going to happen right now at this exact moment. I am going to tell you exactly what to do. And the order that these requests come in, this is a PayPal payment for this, for the boot camp, okay? The boot camp is a PayPal payment, but for the course itself, if you are number 101, and because there is no 101, I said it adamantly, I guess you could say earlier, it's got to be only 100 people. So whether we get them all on this webinar or not, you guys all have dibs. If we get 80 on the webinar out of, right now we're still over 400 people on, 406 people on. So if we get all the 100 people on the webinar tonight, well then you're all getting in, and social media cannot take advantage. I see Twitter going nuts a little bit here. But if you're on social media, still take these steps if you want to get into the whole week for $71, okay? And if there's room, then I jump into social media. So what I'm saying is, someone on social media that comes in today, that falls into the order of today, will have precedence over someone who's on the webinar today, but makes the decision tomorrow. Do you know what I mean, guys? We're going to fill it. I'm taking the first 100 people tonight, but starting with all the people on the webinar. And how will I know that? Well, I'm going to ask you to specify it in a group right now, and then, well, let's do it. Now, I can't, if you want in, here's what you do. You ready? This is important. It's going to start right now. You probably can't submit to the Immortal content group, so you're going to have to submit to the Branding YOUniversity group, and I better go quick, so you guys are probably going to start submitting. Branding YOUniversity group is Branding YOUniversity. Put that in the search bar. If you're not a member, go and request to be added. Someone is approving you right now, like literally right now. Someone is approving new requests. Someone just requested. Or maybe that was there for a few hours. No, shouldn't be. That should have just came in. If I refresh now, it's gonna build up. So you need to request to be added. Someone's approving you right now. I have someone actually approving you as you come in. Then once you're approved, then you could submit a post. And here's what I want you to say. It doesn't have to be exact. Just make it pretty direct. I want in to the boot camp, and I come from Instagram, and that's it. And I come from the live webinar, that's it. Or I come from Twitter Live, and that's it. That's all you do. That's all you do. That's all you do. This will secure the order of which you fall into the group. Does that make sense? This will secure the order of which you fall into the group. And then what happens, this will prompt a response from my admin. My admin will contact you back and say, okay, here's the PayPal link. Go for it and claim your number. Claim your spot out of 100. And if they send it to you and you don't make your payment that evening, you could lose your spot. Or you don't make your payment right away, you could lose your spot. Here's the other option. If they contact you back, they're doing this tonight, by the way. They're working right now. Well, she's working right now. She's taking care of you right now. Those of you that are putting this in right now, you're probably getting a reply right away that's saying, perfect. Here's the PayPal link. What's your? I think the template says something like, here's your PayPal link to secure your spot. What's your PayPal email so we can match them up? And then once you do it, you get approved into the group, the Immortal content group, and you get numbered. So I don't know who number 1 will be. That'd be interesting. But you get numbered in the group. So everyone who comes in gets announced in the group. You're part of the group. And then you get the course unlocked in Branding YOUniversity. So you're good to go. All you need to do is show up in the group regularly, start making friends, start chatting, start getting to know each other. You guys are going to be doing some pretty crazy things that nobody's doing in the industry right now. So it's pretty cool. So you're going to make 99 new friends. So that's how this works. Okay, guys? Now, let's say you put in your request. I want into the bootcamp and I come from the live webinar. And Steph replies, okay, the admin replies, and you don't do your PayPal payment because you're just thinking about it. You're like, well, I don't know. You're deciding. You're trying to make the decision. Well, here's what's going to happen. By the time you do decide, if you are too late and you have made your payment, so in other words, if by the time you make your payment, you decide to do it tomorrow morning, if by the time you make your payment, you're number 106 or 101 for that matter, you will get that payment refunded, okay? We can't accept more than 100. We're staying strict to that. It's got nothing to do with the money. The only reason I chose $71 is because I thought it was funny because we're talking about 7-to-1 content ratio. I'm like, I literally just pulled that number out of my head. I could have done $7.10, but I said, nah, let's give them a little bit of skin in the game so they show up on the boot camp. No one's going to show up for $7. Firestarter was $7, and not everyone showed up. I think, well, I know based on my research, if someone pays, it's just $70. It's insignificant. However, it's enough for someone to take action. Okay? So there it is. There's the offer. I'm going to actually go help out and start inviting you guys in, welcoming you. And that's how it works. Is it pretty clear, guys, how this works? Is it pretty clear? So I will just reiterate and say, because now we're really over big time, but this part wasn't part of the training, okay? So let's start making friends in there. I'm going in right now. I'm going to personally welcome you all. The welcome in Immortal content is me. The payment processing is Stephanie. She'll take care of this. So those of you who don't get in, do not fret. You have the key. You're just going to have to learn how to wiggle it and get it in there. But what I mean is become resourceful and get it done. Right now, I know I see all kinds of notifications coming in on the other screen, on the iPad right beside me, right here. So I'm going to go help process. Guys, can't wait to work with you guys. I can't wait to do this again. It's been a year and I'm not rusty. I'm actually more well-oiled and more well-versed in this industry. So I can't wait to do this. Okay, guys, have an amazing Thursday night. It was a blast. Can't wait to see who's in there. I'm going to meet some new people, I'm sure, probably some regulars. And have an amazing evening. I got to shut this off because I want to go start welcoming you guys. Okay, guys? Bye-bye. I'll see you guys. I would normally say on social media, but I will say I will see you guys in the Immortal content group. Bye-bye now.